vegetables, higher the torches. How's it going? How's it going? All right, so we Guild Wars, looking good, looking good. Just hit the crack at midnight, just a few minutes after. I believe we won it. Cross fingers. Claim? Yeah. I didn't do as good as I should have, though, but the rest of my guild, they did just fine. So, there we go. There's the second place guild, which is actually the top might guild in the games. So, Bricks. Panda Trex. Not bad, not bad. They unfortunately, I think what hurt them is that a lot of their people tried fighting our top players, and that's not a good idea. So, what happens is a lot of people went against our top, our 200 might players, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pretty much right down the row. And that's a lot of losses probably equated from that. So, if you take a look, a lot of their people, in fact, one of their people didn't even show up. That's only 2,000, so that brought them up to 166. So, and a lot of people under the 2K cap. So, that's what happened there. The other guilds, they're, top ranked guilds as well, but they didn't get us. They didn't push it. The only real competition there was Bricks. So, probably saying it wrong, though. Probably saying it wrong, but, BRX, and you can see right over here, guilds go by might. They're top. And here we are at number rank 10. Rank 10 versus rank 1. And we did good. We beat them. We've also beaten Zen in the past, White Knights. I'm trying to remember who else we faced off against. But we're trying to do better. As a guild, we're trying to do better. Our goal for next week is 172, maybe 175 for the score, somewhere in there. 172, 175. We're going to try and shoot for. So that's what we're hoping. Why is this alive, chat? Because the video is alive. It's alive. Devin, why is this alive, chat? Because it's live. Because it's live. Alright, so there we go. Basically, that Guild Wars was close. Still closer than I would like. So we're going to try as a guild, including myself, to get everyone above 2.2k. To pretty much get everyone above 2.2k points. Obviously, higher is better. And a lot of our lower level people were doing great. I mean, let's hand it to some of our lower level people. They were nailing it out the park. So a lot of our even like really low might people, like 1k might. Look at them. They're doing great. They're doing just beautiful. So who says low might, isn't right? Look at these people. Well, those are higher might. But look at this low might person right here. 2,194. Man. Low might and rocking it. So see, low might doesn't mean that you're going to be, look at this one, even better, 1,245. Look at that, rocking it. 2,242. Not bad. Even this low might person's rocking it too. So just because you have low might, even this person and this person too, even if you have low might, you can still do good. You can still do good. So, yeah, but don't look at our top pages because they're just wrecking it. 200k might. They're slaughtering. Oh, whew. Crackety. Do some Wretched Gorges, you say. Some WGs. Some Treemans. Well, actually, I would have to switch up my stuff. I think my talents are off for doing Wretched Gorge. Is it possible for me to play on iOS? It is possible, but I need more setup time to do iOS. There is VMware out there that actually allows you to play iOS on the computer that does work and makes it sort of like a phone, but I would have to pay for it, and I just can't afford it right now. Whew. All right, so we got, how are you? I'm doing good. So I just wanted to show our guild a good turnout. We went against some fairly high might guilds, and we're doing pretty good. We did pretty good when we fought against White Knights. We're doing pretty good. Although some of these guilds are having problems with participation. Participation is very key. If your members are not playing, it's not gonna do so good. You gotta make sure that it's 100% participation. It's a 24-hour time period though. I mean, it's 24 hours to get in those attacks. That should be enough time for people to get that going. So it's a thought. It's a thought. There's something I really do need to do though. I need to dump all stuff out my towers because Guild Wars is over. No longer need to use our Guild War base. Whilst for those that don't know, let me show you guys a little secret here. Maybe it's not a secret. Maybe it is a secret. But if you're fighting off against my guild, if you're attacking 190k might or higher, you're probably fighting some people that are in the top arena. And you're really going to be fighting up some bases that can just wreck you. So, it looks like he already started moving some of his stuff out. So, the base setups that we have are really cruel. Like, even my base setup is cruel. These arrow towers are not friendly. They really hurt. It's nothing you want to play with. I mean, the destructive power of arrow towers that are maxed out, and I mean level 15 arrow towers with max garrisons are not something to be toyed with. They hurt. They hurt a lot. So if you take a look at my mailbox and you look at like the battle reports of people that fight me, they don't do so well. Seconds in, they're dead. So let's take a look at some of these people with evolved heroes coming on in. A few seconds in, you're going to see their stuff just disappear. They're already, like, their heroes are missing, and they're probably wondering why their heroes are missing. It just hurts. My base is not friendly. It's not kind. So it's the same thing with all the people in my guild. Their stuff is not, look, this person used tons of magic, came in hot, they got 28%. And this is what happens when you're facing off with a person that has really high level arrow towers. Look at this. That person's dead. This one's dying now. That one's about to die. That one did die. It revived, but it's going to be dead in a second. They're going to at least silence my heroes. They did use some magic, but, you know, watch what happens when my heroes come back to life. Yoinks. So, yeah, not friendly at all. And they got their Skull Knight over here. Just got killed by the towers. These towers are not friendly. Max towers are not friendly. Hey, look, this person got 100%. And they did it with magic, though. Magic. The Gathering. Magic. Of course, you can 100% any base with magic, but this person only got 1% and they used magic. Let's see what happened there. I want to see. What were they trying to do? Okay, I think they were smoking drugs on that one. I understand what this person's trying to do, though. They're trying to get their Minotaur to proc to destroy my base. But that's cool. They were trying, though. I like it that they try. So how far does this person make it with magic? So I don't understand why they're putting the snowstorm there. I think they mean to throw that over there. They did that twice. So I think they're trying to, basically, you can see that my base pretty much all day has just been wrecking people. I've left it open pretty much all day for people to attack and enjoy. And this is what happens, and I'm only at 170k might. Pretty much all the top might accounts in the guild that I'm in are just not friendly to attack. Who should you level first? Pumpkin Duke, Drake, Skull Knight, Vlad, Ghoul, or Mino? Well, dang it. I would say you got lots of good heroes. I would say you need to definitely level up your Vlad. Definitely your Ghoulam. Definitely your Dread Drake. So I'd probably focus on those three. What's a good talent for Molt? You got it last night. Molt, it depends on if you're doing Arena or if you're doing Here Be Monsters. If you're doing Here Be Monsters, you're going to want Scatter. If you're doing Arena, you want Revite. Those are pretty much the two best things. Either Scatter or Revite for a Moltanica. How would you get up your mice fast? Inscribe levels are the fastest way to get your might up. Get those inscribe levels going. Simple as that. Star them up. Get those inscribes going. And look at me. I'm being a horrible person too. I need to do more Lost Realm. Lost. Oh, I was sitting on a question mark. How dumb can I be? A merchant too. That's awesome. Actually, it is pretty awesome. It's got some stuff I want. I want to buy this, but I just can't spend any gems. I'm poor gem-wise. Okay, so let's get some gold, and let's farm out some. Let's sweep some AE. Sweeping AE is just so fun. I just can't get that going, man. Is Triantar good? Triantar is underrated hero. It is slightly good. It's not really great for here be monsters. It's better for Lost Battlefield. So I'd say it's better for Lost Battlefield. One of my friends beat HBM AC with no Vlad, used Immortep instead. Yeah, that's fine. As long as your zap towers for AC, really the most important thing is zap towers. Zap towers and enough scatter to deal with the reflect damage boss. 5-8 slowdown, is that a good talent for Santa? Nope, that'd be a no. Slowdown pretty much is good for some hero that you're going to be using to do boss 4. What I mean by boss 4 is guild boss 4. If your guild does that, if you do challenge boss, enter, and you're doing boss 4. If you have a full set of slow on a whole bunch of different heroes, you just heroes that you use on the side. They don't have to be like your main primary heroes. Have a whole bunch of slowdown talents on them. They can slow down that sucker to a standstill. So either you do crests or you can do some main talents, but it depends on if you're paid to play or not. Okay, so let's get some more gold. Gold. Yes, we won against the top might guild of the game. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. And I think their biggest downfall is they attack people in our guild. That's not a good choice, but that is the best choice that they have if they want to get the most points. But it also means you're going against top players of the game, which means it's going to hurt. So, ouchie. For those people that were on the other guilds, sorry. We got to be cruel to get those points, but I do feel bad for you losing, but I also do want to win, so conflict of interests. So, sorry to the people that lost. War God, best talent for Santa. It's either going to be War God, Bulwark, or Revitalize, depending upon what you're doing. But I prefer War God, if you're asking what I prefer. Alright, so let's just come in there and destroy some stuff. I'm guessing this is their guild war base, and I'd really say it shouldn't be. But, you know, that's just my opinion. Just my opinion. Alright, so, yeah, not bad, not bad. How are we doing? 53 minutes in that. All we needed was the gold, though. This is the gold. So, Guild Wars. How'd you guys do in the Guild Wars? I want to know how everyone else, how their guilds did. So, we're shooting for 170, somewhere between like 170 and 175K for points next time around. So what do you guys get for like points? I want to know, even the people that in YouTube later, I want to know what points you guys got in Guild Wars. Let me know in chat how your guilds did. How many points you guys produced? Because I'm trying to get a feel for the world out there. We produced 160, basically 169 points is what we did. Evolve a Grizzly Reaper. No. I got to get a lot of my talents up first. So I'm sort of wondering out there how you guys did out there. How you guys did. Go Panda. That is absolutely correct. We beat the top rank guild. Mwahaha. We did pretty good. So even our low might players are rocking it. I mean, our low might below 100, around 100k might, they're rocking it. They're getting like 2.2k points. They're rocking it. They're doing great. So our low might players are awesome. Our high might players are awesome too. So overall, we got a pretty good guild. So your guild did 27k total. Ouchies. They need to do a bit more than that, unless they're a low might guild. If they're a low might guild, I wonder what the low might guilds get. I don't know the percentage wise what low mights get. You guys had a few non-actives. That really sucks when someone doesn't do a guild war. That hurts so ridiculously bad. Just one person not showing up can hurt. Can create a loss. It really can. Does my HBM Townsend sound good? You got PD, Vlad, Gula, Molt, Cupid, and Skull Knight. That's fine. Yeah, that's perfectly fine HBM team. No, nothing wrong with that. Can you place Cupid with Harpy? Yes, I've a lot of times go without Cupid. A lot of times I don't need Cupid. I only use my Harpy because of the scatter I have on my Harpy. Otherwise, I really wouldn't use Harpy. I only use Harpy because of that scatter. So if you're looking at my HBM team and what I beat all that stuff with, I used Harpy because I needed the scatter desperately. Otherwise, I wouldn't use Harpy. So, yeah. Avitrex, can I join Pendrex? Can you tell me, Vice? There are people that are the tops of our guild that you can speak with if you are looking to join Avitrex. I believe there's a waiting list right now, though, for getting in, but you gotta check with them. Avitrex, Toon, and another person. Unfortunately, I don't have my phone on me, but Toon, you can definitely get in contact. Toon, our vice leader, is probably the best person to start because I believe he's managing the wait list. So if you speak with Toon, you can get on that wait list if you want to join up. So our guild, we did pretty well. Like I said, we rocked it. So we're going against the top rank guild for might. And we are rank 10, so not bad. So, not bad at all. And our event, here's what we did. We got 168, basically. 168.3K. So, the first 750 pages of players are 200K or more might. Dang, that's a lot, man. That's crazy. Can you do Storm Mesa with PD and Druid? My Pumpkin Duke alone could solo Storm Mesa 1 if I just threw a life drain on him. He would kill it all on his lonesome. My Pumpkin Duke alone would kill Storm Mesa 1. Storm Mesa 1 is not that difficult. It really isn't. You guys can see my Vlad Dracula solo Storm Mesa 1 before. Pumpkin Duke can do it just the same. It's really not that difficult anymore. I remember back in the day, it was hard enough, but not anymore. So you got 156K non-actives. I really hate that all these people are saying that there's a lot of people in their guild that weren't active. I feel bad for you on that, man. I feel bad for that. I really do feel bad with you. Yeah. I really trying to make people active in a 24-hour period. Just whoa, looks like we're about to get another builder. Woohoo! Free builder. All right, so that's up to 21, but I'm not gonna. I want to get the ones on the inside up, so you can see 23, 21. We want the stuff on the inside here further up. So everything on the inside of the base is going to be getting some leveling. So anything on the inside takes priority because this is Guild Wars. So all my building capabilities are going to the inside of the base. So let's see. Only level 21, 23. So this is at 100K. That is definitely less HP. So that Swaps with that. But before that had more, in the past that had more might, or that had more HP. So let's see, 20 was, yeah, 90k. So it was basically a little bit more. So there we go. More, yay. So that'll be tempting. Come get my gold. Can you solo Wretched Gorge 1? Yeah, I've soloed Wretched Gorge 1, 2, and 3 already. I've tried to solo Wretched Gorge 4. That is difficult still for me. I used to be 50-50% for soloing Wretched Gorge 3, but I think it's dropped down to more like 40% now because I got a whole bunch of losses in a row. That was stupid. I don't know. Maybe I had my crest wrong or something, but before I was at basically 50-50 for soloing Wretched Gorge 3. We actually lost Guild Wars because of one person one time. Oh, that hurts. That really bad. Oh, yeah. Losing when just one person. Ouch. What's my arena rank? Oh, my arena rank sucks because I don't actually do arena. I haven't really done my crests or anything. I haven't actually done arena except for questing. And this is where I hover with just quest arenas. Whenever I do a quest arena, that's where I hover around. That's my hover range for just doing quests. Can you show you, because you've never seen it? Wretched Gorge 1 solo is like super simple. I guess I could show you Wretched Gorge 3 solo. Let's see my team. Do we got the scatters in these peeps? Probably not, because they are Wretched Gorge setup. So let's go take a look at their artifacts. So Golem needs that off. We need Golem over here, Golem. We'll put you there. Pumpkin Duke, you're fine there. Yeah, you're fine there. All right, good there, good there. I think we want to steal out you and bring you down here. Let's take a look at our setup. Now let's take a look at our crests, or not, yeah, our crests. Take a look at crests. Vlad Dracula, fine. Not fine. Let's do something different for that one. Morgod? Nah, let's scatter set him. Throw some scatter on him. Okay. And Pumpkin Duke, we want revive instead of revitalize. That's fine. That needs to change. Could probably do scatter there. Another scatter set, you say? All right. And Harpy, revive, perfectly fine. I think that's all we needed to carry out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's good. Also, let's get that something leveling. What are we gonna level? This one's at 23. 24, that does a lot of HP. I think that's a good chunk boost. So let's get that going. And let's do a team. Here be monsters. Wretched Gorge Tree solo. And I usually like being Irish. So there we go. Storm 2 with just Pumpkin. Just Pumpkin Duke might die though. That wouldn't work. Pumpkin Duke would stay alive, but the problem is the damage wouldn't be there. If I soloed with Storm 2 with just Pumpkin Duke, there's not enough damage to get the kill. So without enough damage to get the kill, I'm just soloing it just to prove that my Pumpkin Duke won't die. He won't die, but he also won't get the kill. And I like the kill. I don't like just losing, so I want the kill. Ouchies. Sorry, man, Justin. Sounds like it didn't do so well. All right, we got a Pumpkin Duke on the field, hopefully getting some stacks. Can we not let this Lanacore proc? That would be... Oh, it procced. Can we stay alive with 2 Lanacore procs? Nope. So Lanacore procking is definitely something you don't want to happen. It murders you. It murders you. Heartbeat Queen. We could probably go without you. Go Santa, go more nuclear. Boom, 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 boom. I'm going to try a Santa. Let's get you off and see if Santa is available to nuke. Yeah, I think that'd be our best option to get Santa up on the field. To get you guys just to see a victory, since he's never seen it without that. Can you do it with Vlad and Pumpkin? Still not enough damage. I think you need at least 4 heroes to get the kill with if you're going solo. I think it's at least 4 heroes to get the kill solo on Storm Mesa 2. But I have a video out on my channel on that. I've done it already, so go take a peek. I've also soloed Storm Mesa 1 with just Vlad Dracula. It's on my channel. Go take a peek. It's there. I put it up there so you guys could see. So you guys could see what I did and how I did it. Revive, sure. Looks good. Let's roll with it. The problem is they cap the damage. It's not that the heroes that you're using aren't doing enough damage, because Pumpkin Duke stacks do a whole bunch of damage, but the boss's damage is capped at 35. So you're hitting the boss only for 35 each strike, which is pretty weak. So unless they remove that cap. If they remove that cap, it becomes easy. No walls and towers. Are you talking about for which? Are you talking about for Wretched Gorge 3? Yeah, I could do Wretched Gorge 3 with no walls, no towers. I'm trying to make it more farmable, though. I got one point was getting it where I was at like 50% kill ratio, which, you know, was awesome. Oh, come on. We got a Lanacore proc. Can we still stay alive? Yes, we are. Thank God. Is Pumpkin Duke still up is my only question. Pumpkin Duke is still up. Okay. But we're down to 3 heroes. We're down to 3 heroes. 2 heroes. And I don't think one of them is Pumpkin Duke, so dead. Mwah. So if someone's asking if we can do it without walls and without zaps, yes. It's just a little bit more difficult. That's all. So if I was going to do it without walls or zaps, probably going to be similar setup to I have right now. So let's go over here and reset one of these and just do it. So boop, 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 and just plop them back. Let's put them all the way to the side so it's a bit more of an even matchup. Let's say I want Vlad here, Pumpkin Duke there, Dread Drake over here. Who there? Let's go for a Golem there. Golem. And over here, get the Molt over here. The Santa here. I know we're having a bit of a split on damage, but sort of want to keep the damage together. Yeah, do we have enough scatter? Probably not. Actually, I might want to throw Harpy in there for that scatter. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so let's run with this. So they're wanting to try it with that setup. So they want us to do no towers and no zap zaps. So edit, edit. There you go. And I think we plop them down there. And that should be good enough, hopefully. You sent that Bulwark or War God? I think my Senta is War God. Skull, PD, Vlad, and Cupid. Could probably win Storm Mesa too. So, Nerman, how's it going? How's it going? Woo. Alright, we're getting our stacks yet. There's some stacks. Stacks for stacks and burn them. There we go. Lost a base, but it's better than losing hero. Alright. Here we go, get a little Pumpkin Duke action. Now we need to bounce around a little. We need a back spawn. Hopefully they're targeting Vlad. They are targeting Vlad, so the boss is on Vlad. Can we spin it up a little bit more? Pumpkin Duke stack, Pumpkin Duke. There we go, there we go. Getting the stacks of Pumpkin Duke. That's all we need. Watch these chieftains. Watch the chieftains. They're gone. Chieftains be gone. Look at this boss. Toasty. And now let's get to the final boss here. The final boss with just 4 or 5 heroes attacking it. It's toasty. So there you go. Wretched Gorge 3 solo with no walls, no zap towers. Ding. Done. So. Wretched Gorge 3, solo, no towers, no walls. It's doable. See? It's not that bad. My concern is more about making it farmable, because it's a little difficult. If I was going to do AC, I unfortunately need to change up my base again, because all my bases got lost on my phone. So I have to redesign my base again because all my bases got lost. So let me show you what we got here. So you can see this has a center base, a Guild Wars base, a Guild Wars base. I don't have my Here Monsters base. I'd have to rebuild it, and rebuilding it would take 30 minutes. So I would love to do it, but unfortunately, nope, I wouldn't be able to. And AC on this base, I would get wrecked. It would toast me. I would die. I'm quite sure that the Reaper would take advantage of the stuff on the outer walls. It would destroy me. It would wreck me. It'd bend me over and just do naughty things to me. It's just, I will die going against that. Can you do Wretched Gorge with 4 random players? Random people tend to not do the greatest. So, could try, but I don't think it would go so well. So here you go, Wretched Gorge 4. If I join a team, its likelihood of death is extremely high. Most guilds don't do 4, so high likelihood of death. go. Oh my god, blah, blah, blah. Good game, blah, blah, blah. Again. Dude, cool. Thanks. Glad I'm showing you guys some cool stuff. Yeah, you can see that pretty much no one's ever in queue for it, so it's really not worth it. Whew. Not bad at all. Okay, so I think we've did most of the stuff that we need to do. We can leave these for tomorrow. What about those? That could be left for tomorrow morning. These I need to sweep away. So we need to give all these energy. So if people are wondering how I'm power leveling, it's simple. I'm now power leveling this guy because I already maxed out my Dread Drake. My Vlad Dracula is already maxed out. Dread Drake is fully maxed out. So I'm maxing all my heroes out to 200. So it just takes a few days per hero to max them. You can see my Golem is maxed as well, but it needs to be double evolved still. So you can see that only Skull Knight will max him soon enough, but I don't use him as much. I'm trying to get up all my my main heroes but this guy really needs some loving. Look at him, that's sad. Don't look at him actually. I've been mean to him. I've been a bad father. I'm horrible. I need to treat my account better. So there we go. Power leveling is great. Also, take a look over here. These here be monsters. Sweep. Oh, almost 2 mil there. Nice. Another 2 mil. Another 2 mil. Another mil. Whew. That's some power sweeping there. Now look at it. There you go. It went from being like 84 to 186. That's how you level up a little faster. A few levels that quickly, not bad at all. You do that twice a day, man, you got level 200 character in no time at all. Not try AE again. I will be doing AE again shortly once I get some more double evolved heroes. I did AE with only 2 double evolved heroes. A lot of the people that got the kill on AE had more than 2 double evolved heroes. They also had way higher scatter than me. I just pulled a rabbit out my hat and just got the victory. How many shards do I don't know if it's the amount of shards per day that I get. I think it's more about the question of how much points can I give? How much skill points can I get per day? I feel like I get about 200 per day. I'd say about 200 per day. Somewhere between 100 to 200 per day. Those dungeons are so random. You can get really good drops. You can get really crud. So let's say about 150k per day of these experience points I can get per day, which means in about 16 days time, anywhere from 10 to 16 days it takes to get me a 10 to 10 hero. But you're asking, why don't I have a whole bunch of 10 to 10 heroes? Well, I focused on some other things. I also had to use my shards to evolve some heroes, like Moltanica. I had to use my shards to evolve Golem. I had to use my shards to evolve Skull Knight. I had to use my shards to evolve one other hero too. Oh, it was the new Candy Cane. I had to use some shards to evolve her. So I was using shards to evolve heroes, which means less points for getting skills up. So, sucks, but better in the long run, short run, maybe. Yeah. So, also, I've been getting these things up. My Zap Towers looking much better. Obviously, you can tell when they were in, level 7 garrisons for the purple, 6 for the blues, 5 for the greens. We're going to get those greens up because we like the towers, and the towers we would like some better range on. So I will be spending a bit of time soon on my greens. My greens are going to get some more love in just a little bit. You can see it takes about 400,000. So that's about 2 to 3 days worth of shards and all my stuff that I get to get that sucker up to 9 to 10. So I think actually at 9 to 10 it should be able to do 7 to 10. So I think that one is So that's about 3 days to get 3 to 4 days to get that to 9 to 10. But there are some others that are lower. I think Angel, yeah, 7 to 10, 7 to 10, which nope, that's the wrong one. 7 to 10, only 2,500. So that one's about a day, 2 days. Can you see your Vlad stats, crests, and etc.? Yeah, you want to see my Vlad Dracula? Because my Vlad Dracula can solo HBM R. He's actually getting closer to being able to solo HBM S. Vlad Dracula to solo HBM S. This dude is nasty. 7 to 8 on the War God, 10 to 10 on its main. It's got the Bulwark, but I believe when I use it for soloing HBM R, it had the what crest was it? Let's check. Change to right here. That crest. So that crest was the one that we used for that set. This particular set we used for the kill for HBM R. So we were can't get stunned basically. And then what else? You'd probably want to see Vlad's obviously maxed out 100 inscribe. And artifact I always use the Axe of Strife on him because I like the extra crit. The crit. Who's my favorite hero other than Vlad Dracula? I'd have to say Dread Drake has been my next favorite hero recently. Dread Drake has been really powerful, really helpful. How do you join Avatrex is the answer. Avatrex wouldn't be the one to ask the question. Avatrex is pretty busy. The person to ask if you want to join the guild that I'm in is Toon. I believe there's a waiting list. So I believe Toon is the person you want to actually ask. Toonamo. So that's the person that you're going to want to speak to get on the waiting list to join Penetrix. So if you want to get in the guild, this is the person you got to speak with. That person basically controls the hiring of people for Penetrix, while I think Avatrex handles the booting if needed. So hey there. All right, so I think power leveling, showing you guys that. What else? I think that's pretty much what we needed to do. I'm saving up lots of my. Let's use these. So I've been saving up pretty much all my merits. I'm also, let's take a look how we're doing on the fame. Ooh, we could doubly evolve a hero tomorrow or the day after. Actually, probably two days out, 3 days out. We can doubly evolve a hero. Finally, another hero to doubly evolve. Either doubly evolve or we can get, wait even a few more days beyond that and get 8 of 8 talent. Either 8 of 8 scatter on Multanica or a 8 of 8 War God on Vlad Dracula. It's so tempting to do that to Vlad, but Vlad is not my priority right now. We beat AE, and I don't think they're going to be releasing new sets of HBM right away. I think they're going to wait a little bit because there's only not that many people have beaten AE on Android side, so I think they're going to wait a little bit before they release some new Herbie monsters. I think they're going to release new dungeons. So I'm going to need to prepare more for my dungeon heroes / my Guild War heroes. Now, a lot of my heroes that I use for Guild Wars, I also use for dungeons. So I'm either going to double evolve Warlock. Let's look at our options. I gotta try and make that decision because we are basically a day or two out from it. So double evolve Warlock. We can't double evolve Ghoulam. I would love to double evolve Ghoulam, but I just can't because I don't have the shards necessary or cards to do it. So what else can we do? Skull Knight's already been done. Pumpkin Duke we could do a double evolve. We could double evolve Pumpkin Duke. We could double evolve Ares. Ares is definitely one of the ones we should think about double evolving. So I think it's down to, I think really if I run a focus really on, I think Warlock is going to be my best bet. I think getting Warlock, because he's used in Guild Wars, he's used in dungeons. while this isn't used in dungeons, but this is. This is, though, too. But this doesn't really have to be double evolved. We can get away with it without being double evolved. I think getting Warlock is going to be my better bet, and also getting Warlock to 10 to 10. I think that's going to be my next big goal after getting Pumpkin Duke to 10 to 10, which isn't, you know, that far away. So, it's not that far away. It's, you know, a chunk of days out. You've been trying so hard to pass HBMO. HBMO is basically being able to do more damage or being able to control the boss. You got to make a choice here. Either really boost your damage or really boost your damage reduction. So you got two choices. Take one of those paths. So I'm thinking really I need to get that, gotta get that up. Yeah, the HB. HB I've been actually wasting, well, not wasting per se. I've been using a lot of HB recently to level up low level heroes to boost my might. You can see most of them all at 7-star. I'm trying to get them up to 8-star now. As you can see, a lot of my blues and greens are making up to 8 or 9. I got to get all these down here up to 8. So all these are going to be leveling up shortly. All these got to make it to 8 plus. Nyeh. Do you pay attention to your viewers? I'm answering questions. I can only answer so many. Zordhead. Yes, I pay attention to my viewers. I can only answer so many questions, though. The first to destroy base. I have one. Huh? What's up? What do you think about custom gamers like game mode where you can compete against friends in game modes for fun? That'd be interesting. But I don't know. The guild that I'm in, we already sort of do fight against each other for fun because we're trying to test each other bases out and also test our attack strategies. So we already do that in our guild where we attack each other for fun. We tell each other our page numbers and we attack each other. So I think there's something like you can do that on your own, sort of. That pain, though. Arrow towers. Yeah, the arrow towers do hurt. So, zap towers are only going to be good for people that have 3 or higher blue for the towers. Yep. HBM H tips. Get your inscribe up to 80 plus. Once you're at 80 plus on a lot of your heroes, it becomes super simple. Next biggest tip for honor badges. Sell your experience books. Don't use a single experience books. Not a single experience book should be used for experience. They should all be used for honor badges until you've gotten so much honor badges that you just don't know what to do with them. I'm to the point where I have so many honor badges I don't know what to do with them, so I don't really need to care about honor badges. So I can use my experience books. For the people that are low level, don't use your experience books. Sell them for honor badges. You'll be much, much happier. Hero Trials, level 18. Go, go. Unfortunately, once again, that's also very similar to the AE thing, where my base just, I would have to rebuild my base. And I gotta do that, but I gotta get some sleep tonight. Still destroy the base first on the same map or have friends help you on hard dungeons. Yeah, friends helping you on hard dungeons would be useful. That'd be cool. I think, you know, that sort of works though. Got something. Should have seen on today's stream 350 plea and everyone wants to play and read all the questions. Yeah, I know. I had that the other day. I had 300. I only had 300. I didn't have 350. I had 300 on what stream was that? That was a few days ago. I think that was when we did the HBMR solo. We had, when we were doing HBMR solo and HBMS solo, we had about 300 people on. We had 250 on the YouTube side and 50 on the but that was on a different time of day. These late night ones don't get as much. Yeah, People want you to play and read questions. It's a little hard. Show your Vlad stats. Unfortunately, we just showed Vlad Dracula's stats. We just did that. But I'll show it very quickly. Vlad Dracula is here. 10 10, 7 of 8, with 3 bulwark, level 100. Describe artifact of Axe of Strife. Definitely a powerful hero, definitely deadly, definitely good hero. So, is it possible to win without Santa Vlad? Minnow, yeah. Team for Lost Realm. Oh, you need a team for Lost Realm. Basically, you're asking for someone to friend you up. My friends list is pretty full, unfortunately. It's not completely full because I'm leaving space for one of my Smurfs that I'm going to be creating soon, because I'm going to be doing another how-to guide series soon enough. So I gotta, because my other how-to guide one should be ending soon, because I gotta get a chance to do another video for that one. But I should probably call it quits. We've been streaming for just about an hour here, and I wanted to just show you guys basically our Guild Wars did fairly well. So for those that weren't here for the beginning, our Guild Wars, we got rank 1. We did good. Over theirs, which is rank 2. This is actually the top might guild. We are actually in 10th place, while these people are in first in terms of might. And we did good. We got the victory. The victory. Now we're going to shoot for like basically 170, 175 next time. We should probably shoot for. Each Guild Wars that we do, we keep going up and up and up and up. But we need more points. 9227. I need to know your name. Hopefully it's Henry. 9227. 9227. Hopefully there's a Henry somewhere in there, because if there's not, we've wasted time. Not seeing you. Unless you've said it before. Let's scroll up. Doesn't matter. You give me a base review. Abby 6. But I'm not seeing your. So you gave me your page number. If you're ever going to want me to look at your base, I need to know your names. There you go. Names. That helps. Okay. First of all, Vlad Dracula should be right up front. Got to have him up front to get the attacks. This out here is just becoming bait for them to attack and murder you quickly. Get rid of these 2 things here in the back, because they're just not helping you too much. Just move them to the side, move them out your way. What you're going to want is all your heroes clumped nicely together. It looks like you only got 5 bases. So I would say Vlad Dracula should be right up in front. Move this Zap Tower back here. How do you got this set up? All right, I would move this gold in parallel with this. I'd move this over to here. So you can then move this hero to back here, sticking out 1. You can then suck in this Zap Tower, like I said, suck in this back, so they're nicely, tightly against each other. If you're going to be using Zap Towers, they need to be above 3. If they're below 3, they're really not doing that great for you. So you're going to want to go to Arrow Towers instead. You're going to want 3+ to be better for Zap. Otherwise, use Arrow. And that should hopefully help you. I would have, so Vlad here. Let's put Orcsbane in the back here. Pumpkin Duke right there. Thunder God right here. And Druid right here. This tower moved to there. This thing moved to there. That actually gives you enough space right here, it looks like, to maybe even put a building or something here. So you could put an additional building right here. So take whatever is the next highest in HP and put it right there. Remove this and have, like I said, put your Orcsbane right there. And then put your bombs like right in here. and then you should be golden. That should help you out lots. Are you sick? I am tired. I have not gotten much sleep. I need to do this. I have not been doing this. I've been doing too much gaming. I've been playing too much of this. So, gotta get going though. All right, I got to get rolling though. Can you look at your base? I'll look at one more base. Because looking at bases, not only do I need to know your base, if you really want to fix everything, you got to fix your crest, you got to fix your base, you got to fix your lots of stuff. So 165H1 Dilo. Not seeing you. Remember, I'm on Android and I'm on the United States servers. 1562. 1562. Search it up. JJ, there you go. Okay, so you're doing that for lanes. You're doing that so they then go around. I do disagree with how forward front you put this. I would move the pretty stuff and put the pretty stuff more to the front and this more hugged in. It's my opinion of what I would do. So the flowers and stuff, move this to where that is. Basically swap that. Also in doing so, you should be able to get this arrow tower a little bit more lined up with it. I think you put your bombs in there and your your hero traps like around here, and your bombs and your tunnels. Other than that, you're fine. Usually the best setup for that is guild mates to get you stuff for Lost Realm. My friends list, like I said, is pretty full. Alright, I gotta get going. I gotta go sleepy. Have a good ones, guys. Someone needs some help with beating T. Alright, one last one. 583. Search. T. Justin. I'm guessing this is you since this is Justin. Unless there's another Justin up on here. Nope. I'm guessing this is you. The base is fine. Other than I think this is going to make them attack the wall here. There's too many pegs going that far back. I think you can make it a straight line here, but you can't have it go that far back without them attacking right here. If they're not attacking right there, then ignore what I said. But I would watch that. That's a risk. All right. Have a good ones, guys. Have a good ones. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully that was the right Justin. So I believe that's what you need to do. Any suggestions of beating high-level insane dungeons without Pumpkin Duke? Watch my series on insane dungeons without Minotaur and without Pumpkin Duke. I have a nice little series on beating insane dungeons with no Pumpkin Duke, no Minotaur. So go look at it. I think we're got pretty much all of the first bit done, and we're on to like the second ones now. But I gotta get going. Have a good ones. Have a good ones. See you guys soon. Have a good ones.